Friends, hello and welcome on techguruspeaks.com. Today I would like to describe about Python modules. In Python programming, a module is basically same as a code library. Basically, it's a file containing a set of features. That means it could be an attribute, it could be a function, that we want to include in our program. This is quite similar to the concept of package in Java program. In Python there are two types of modules, like inbuilt module and user defined module. Now we would like to see the syntax that can be used for using the modules that has been created in Python. Say for example, I have created a module named test module. So first that particular module will be created in Python, like it will be having .py extension that is mentioned over here. Like first a module will be created that will be having many features like attributes, functions, etc. So now in order to use that module created before, will be called from a particular program by using the import statement, which is quite similar to the idea of Java program package concept. So first, in order to use a module, we can use the import statement followed by the name of the module. Clear? But remember that in order to use that module, first you have to build it, and the module will be having a .py file extension. So now if the module name is big, you can also rename it by using a shorter name like import test module as tm. Now by using this alternative name, you can access the attributes or function in the module. Now suppose instead of importing the entire module, I would like to import parts of it. So here we can do it by using this particular syntax, like from test module import py. Clear? So that means in that way only the selected part will be imported, not the, so here only the selected part will be imported, not the entire modules. So by using these three techniques, we can import a module, we can rename it, or you can have a part of the module in a Python program. But remember that the particular module should be created before, otherwise the concept will not work. So now I will be writing a program in Python using the Spyder IDE, that is the most popular IDE for Python programming. So just have a look at it, how to write a program for module creation in Python. Then we will be using that module in our program. So just have a look at it. So now we'll be moving to the popular Python IDE that is named Spyder. So now we will be actually writing two Python programs. So it is the name of the program that will be actually used as a module. So it is named test module.py, and after defining or creating this module, obviously it will be having some attributes and methods. The features of that module can be accessed from any application that is written in Python. So first I will develop the module. Say for example, in this module I am having basically list, that is basically a kind of array, you can say here. Say for example, the name of the list is numbers. So say for example, so it is basically representing an array of say integer numbers according to this example that I am taking here. Say for example, I am taking here 5 numbers, just 5 numbers I am taking here. So it is basically a list, but it will represent an array here. So it is an attribute. Clear? So basically it is an attribute that is basically defined in this module named test module dot py. Okay, now I am going to define a function or method here. Say a method I will be now defining. Remember that this is basically a user defined module. So test module dot py is a program that will be trying to generate a user defined module. Clear? So now in order to define a function or method, I need to use the def keyword, that is for function definition. Say for example, we are going to calculate the cube of a number. Say for example, the argument being passed is x. So a simple program that will return the cube of a number. So now apart from that, I would like to include another attribute, say for example named pi. So it is having the value 3.142. okay, so I have got basically two attributes and a function or method. Clear? So it is basically attribute 1, it is basically attribute 2 and a method. Okay, so now the program has been set with the name test module dot py, and now I am going to access the members of this module by using an application program written in Python. So here first I will be trying to import the module, because if I am not importing the pack, like it is like package like concept basically. Okay, so this module is basically quite similar to the concept of package in Java. So I need to use the import statement. Say test module, don't have to write the entire name, because if you write here say for example test, so it will give you the name. Say test module is made available to you. Clear? So it is showing some message because I have not used it in my program. I have not used that module in our program. So that is why that kind of statement actually statement is basically occurring or coming. So now I am going to use it. Say for example, I would like to print the numbers present in this array, that means represented by this list. So first I will be having a print statement. Say so I need basically here 3 print statements, because I need to print here 2 attribute values and 1 value returned by the function. Okay, so first comes the elements of array. Okay, so now I will be using the for in loop. So for, say for example it is named x in, say what is the name of the array here, test module. So just I am typing here control space and it will automatically appear. Okay, so now comes dot. So now it is listing the attribute. Okay, so a means attribute numbers. Clear? So then comes a colon, because it is the for loop, for in loop basically. So now I would like to print it. So print within bracket x. So it will be automatically printing each of the elements present in this module. Okay, so it is basically a list, but it is basically representing an array according to our example. Now I would like to call this function here, like for a particular value. Say for example val equal to, so here I will be writing here again test module dot cube, it's a function. Say for example I am passing here a value that is 7. So now I am going to calculate the cube of this number being passed to this function. So 7 into 7 into 7, so that value will be returned. Okay, and this is basically stored in this variable. So now I would like to print this value. Say value, so the value will now be printed here. Okay, so for example val, so that is the name of the variable. So in that way it will be get printed on the screen. So in the right hand side that will be shown. Now I will be doing what, just I will be trying to print the value of pi. Okay, but that will be done in a different kind of technique. Now till now I have tried to access one attribute that is named numbers, okay, and it is basically a list, so that means representing an array. So each of the elements of the array will be accessed by using the for in loop, okay. So that is the idea, but here we are basically using what? We are basically using the module name followed by the member, like the feature that is included in the module. It might be a function or it might be an attribute. Clear? Now I have already shown you, like instead of mentioning the complete name, or say for example if the name is too big, you can rename it, okay. So for example, the name is test module is a big name, so I can replace it by using a rename operation, like that is an alternative name. Say for example, instead of writing test module, I can write here TM, okay. So now the test module can be replaced by TM also. So that is an alternative technique, remember that. Clear? So instead of using the big name that is basically specifying the module that has been created earlier, I can also use the rename option, okay. So in that way it will become easier for you to access the members by using smaller alternative names, okay. So it is the second alternative being available. Now suppose I don't want to, say for example, access the entire module, rather I would like to access the part of it. So how can you do it? So here you can write here from, say for example, I would like to access the variable pi in that way. So from test module, okay, so that is the name of the module, import pi, okay. So that is the name of the variable that was defined earlier. So this was the variable defined earlier. So now I can write here, say for example, I would like to print the value of pi here. So I can write here the name of the variable, that is what? Pi, okay. So in that way it is showing this message because I have not used it till now. Now it has been used in a print function, within the print function. So now it is gone. So now the program is okay for running, okay. So now I will be trying to run the program. So now it is showing the output, and that is quite expected, like, and say for example, I would like to change the spelling. So if I am running this program for the second time, it will be showing reloaded modules because the module has been reloaded, okay. So just I would like to describe the output here. So elements of the array, so here I am having a list that is representing an array of integers. Clear? So that is attribute number 1. So now I would like to access each of the element present in the array by using the for in loop. So it is quite simple. Now instead of using the entire, that is a big name for the module, I would like to use a different technique for having the rename option, that is the alternative name, okay. So test module is being replaced by TM here. Now I would like to access the part of it, like say instead of calling the entire, say for example, module, I would like to access a particular attribute or method by using this particular technique, like from test module import pi. So here I don't have to mention the module name again because it is already been mentioned over here, okay. So in that way the different members or the features those were created earlier inside a module can be accessed, okay. Now in that way, so just have a look at this thing. So it is basically calculating the cube of it. So 7 into 7 into 7, that is the output 343. Now the value of pi gets printed here, okay. So basically using this technique we are doing it, right? Have you understood? Okay. So that is the idea. So in that way we are going to access the part of a module by using this particular syntax. So I hope that you have understood how to create a module in Python, and remember that it will have the .py extension and it must be created earlier to be used in a Python program. So that is why test module.py has been created earlier. Then after creating the module you will be able to access that module using your Python program. Clear? So now I would like to access a particular say function that is readily available from an inbuilt package in Python. Say for example the name of the package is, for example, say platform. Okay, so it is showing platform. It is basically, remember that it is basically an inbuilt module. Okay, so now I am going to use a variable that will return the name of the operating system that I am using here. Clear? So platform dot, say for example, say if I am writing a system, so it is basically a function. So you can see here that is a f. Okay, so I am pressing enter here, so it will be get selected. Now the operating system will be returned by this function. It is getting stored in this variable. Now if I am writing here a print statement, and suppose I am writing here OS in capital, and the variable OS is basically mentioned over here. So remember that test module is basically a user defined module. It is basically a user defined module, but platform is basically a system defined module or inbuilt module. So now I will be trying to run the program. So just have a look at it. It is showing that I am running this program on Windows platform. Okay, so that is shown over here. So by using the inbuilt module platform, okay, so I have used the system function from that particular module, and it will be giving you the name of the operating system on which you are basically working with. So that will be shown, and it is stored in this variable, and if I print this variable, that will be shown on the screen. So that is the logic of this program. So I hope that you have understood the way to create user defined module in Python and how to access the different features present in that module in a program that will be developed later after developing the module. So I hope that you have thoroughly enjoyed this video, and if you have liked my video, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So it is the new URL of my YouTube channel. Clear? Just have a look at it. It is very simple to understand. Now please visit my website. You will get lot of useful information here. So here a particular icon will appear. If you click on it, you will be getting the subscribed option. Okay, and it is basically the official email. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.